Hello, this is Knife Yak. Welcome to the channel. Today's topic of discussion is shirt pocket knife carry. This is not a topic I've seen addressed very often. In fact, I'm probably the only person I know who routinely carries a knife in my shirt pocket. There are several reasons why I recommend knife carry in the shirt pocket. And one of the reasons is because the access is so easy. It's very simple to withdraw the knife and put it back and not too terribly obtrusive. So you can just reach in and grab it like that. Deploy the knife. When you're done, you just put it right back. And while you're going about your day, most people won't notice you have a knife in your pocket, either because you cover it up with a suit jacket or a shirt like I wear over my other shirt, or maybe they can see it but they don't really think of it as a knife because it's not all that obvious, especially if it's in your pocket with other things. Here's a orange pen from Cutlery Shop. Thank you, Cutlery Shop. So when you're carrying pens in your pocket, it just looks like could be another writing implement for anybody knows. And it's super easy to get to. It's easy to not lose the knife when you're carrying it in your shirt pocket. It's up front and out of the way. You can't snag the clip on things as you're walking by. It doesn't fall out of your pants pocket because it's upright and the weight draws it down into your pocket. Let me talk about a very important aspect to supporting the weight of a pocket knife in your shirt pocket, which of course the shirt material is very thin and flimsy. I use a plastic pocket insert cut down to size from a school notebook plastic folder. And you can make a template out of cardboard, trim it down to size to fit your pocket. It has to be just a little bit smaller than the area of your pocket. So when you put it into your pocket, the corner will engage against the fabric of your pocket. So when you pull the knife out, naturally you'll pull the knife out and with a diagonal motion like that, and that causes the corner of the plastic to engage with the edge of the pocket. So it doesn't pull the insert out and it holds the shape while the knife is being carried. So it's very rigid, very firm, and it doesn't slouch down. Now, if you didn't have this insert, of course, your pocket wouldn't support the knife very well and it would just flop around in there. It looks ugly. So you'll definitely want to use a plastic pocket insert. I'd like to talk a little bit about some of the knives that actually work in this role. You need a knife that's not too huge and preferably not too heavy. Although you'd be surprised to find that you can carry a pretty decent sized knife in your shirt pocket. In fact, I'm going to demonstrate that here. This is a Spyderco Endella. This is the one that's in between the Delica and the Endura. It's like the middle-sized knife in that family. It's not a small knife, but it's just about the same size as my pocket is deep. Here's my pocket insert, and here's the knife. If I clip this on to the thing there, you can kind of see it'll fit in my pocket, right? Now, with this particular knife, you have a fair amount protruding up over the edge of your pocket. So if that bothers you, you might prefer a knife that has a deep carry pocket clip, so you don't see it looks like Gumby sticking his head up out of there. But it doesn't bother me. It just gives you more to grab hold of. Very easy to withdraw and deploy. This is a Spyderco Manix 2 lightweight. Again, this is a pretty decent sized knife, right? Most people would consider this a full-size folder. The blade just under 3.5 inches. But when you wear this one in the pocket, it actually carries pretty well. it doesn't, I mean, it feels heavy until you get used to it. Just like when you start carrying a cell phone around in your pocket, if you haven't been before, it's a little bit heavy, but you get used to it. Or if you're carrying a concealed handgun, at first it feels heavy or bulky, but you get used to it. After a couple of hours, you won't think about it, and it doesn't get in the way, and you just go about your life. Just for giggles, this is the non-lightweight Manix 2 with the G10 handle and the full stainless liners. This is a pretty heavy knife, and you can carry it in your shirt pocket. It's pretty solid. I mean, it's not light, but it can be carried. It fits, right? That's actually probably quite viable. Most people will opt to have a smaller knife. A trip down memory lane for those of you who are old enough to remember these. This is a Spyderco Calypso Junior lightweight. These knives are not made anymore, but this is one of the early predecessors to, I think, the Sage series. It's kind of in that size range. This makes a very good shirt pocket knife. This one has a tip down configuration. Goes in really well. The texture is just perfect because it doesn't have too much friction, but it gives you good grip nevertheless. I love that fish scale pattern, the bidirectional traction there. Very nice. Here's a more modern knife. This is the Spyderco Delica. This is a fairly heavy knife for its size, but it carries pretty well in the shirt pocket. If I can get the clip on the right side, there you go. Works quite nice. Here's an old classic. This is the Almar Falcon Ultralight with very, very thin micarta handles. No metal liners. It's just micarta, and it's very thin. This is a very beautiful, very elegant knife. These were made in probably Seki City, I think, the same place that used to make some of the Spyderco models, judging by the construction. It's a very nice knife for the shirt pocket. That smooth micarta is really good for just smooth, easy to deploy, easy to redeploy. Here's another one from the late 1990s. This is a Benchmade Cub. This is the Cub Junior, and or I should say the Leopard Cub. Sorry, I got mixed up there. The Leopard was made in a larger version, but this is a small one. It's called the Leopard Cub. It has anodized aluminum handles, and it's a traditional liner lock. This is a really good blade shape for everyday carry and very nice for the shirt pocket as well. Goes in good, comes out easily. Now, everybody's familiar with this. This is the Benchmade Bug Out. This is the full-size Bug Out. The Bug Out is also available in a smaller configuration called the Mini Bug Out, which probably works even better in the shirt pocket. But this is a pretty big knife for the shirt pocket. It's long, but it's very, very light. Famous for its lightness. It only weighs just a couple of ounces. I don't know exactly how much, but it's super light. And this one has the advantage of a deep carry pocket clip. So when you put this one in your pocket, it does not look like a knife. Unless you're really good at recognizing knife clips. Most people wouldn't even think that's a knife, especially if you put it in your pocket with a pen. There you go. Super easy to deploy. So that gives you an idea about what's possible. I suggest you experiment with it. Start trying out your favorite pocket knives in your shirt pocket and see which ones work the best. Obviously, light and thin is probably going to work better for most people. Small knives for small pockets. Anyway, I hope there's something there that you find interesting. And if you think about doing it, maybe you should add a comment to discuss what you've done in this respect. If you have any experience with shirt pocket carry, what knives have you used, and how has it worked for you? Thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you again later. Bye.